this part of our journey into Vietnam, we start at Hanoi. Located on the banks of the Red River, Hanoi is the second largest city in Vietnam and home to around 4 million people. Vietnam is a nation on the move. Having opened to tourism only 20 or so years ago, it has become a tourist hotspot. And Hanoi is the jumping off place to many of Vietnam's greatest tourist destinations. To the northwest is the panoramic beauty surrounding the village of Sapa. To the northeast is the natural wonderland of Ha Long Bay. And to the south are the cultural and iconic attractions which make Vietnam the mystical and magical place that it is. Through tourism and foreign investment in the future of this country, massive changes are taking place. Unfortunately, modernisation is bringing about the erosion of ancient traditions throughout Vietnam. This is already evident, particularly here in Hanoi. The early French-designed architecture is making way for modern-style accommodation, complete with bars, restaurants and coffee shops. Yet at street level, the locals are still going about their traditional ways, as development and modernisation seems to be leaving them a little bit behind. The skyline is what is really making a noticeable change here. Modern construction processes are seeing the buildings getting taller in a slow, gradual process which is easing Vietnam into globalisation and the modern era. Come back in another 10 or so years and much of the traditional charm of this place will be gone. With more than 16 million motorbikes on the roads in Vietnam, Hanoi is a bustling hive of activity as people go to and fro with the newfound prosperity created by tourism and foreign investment. As the capital of the Republic of Vietnam, Hanoi still has much to offer the visitor, with the small narrow streets of the old K.O.T.O and areas worth a day of aimless wandering. There are countless day tours away from the city, offering some of Vietnam's most popular cultural and natural tourist destinations. One of the villages we visited was entirely dedicated to the production of handcrafted ceramics. The ceramics created here are recognised worldwide for their quality and attention to detail. Traditional methods and signature designs handed down through generations are taught at a very young age. Other centres we visited included the manufacture of mother-of-pearl etchings, tapestries and hand-woven silk products. At one village, skilled craftsmen used modern electric power tools to create fantastic marble sculptures, which have been a signature trademark of Vietnam's artistic abilities for centuries. Cultural and traditional ways are still evident in these villages, and the people here have learned to engage with tourists. They have seen the benefits on their own economy and lives, and they are friendly to visitors and will do everything to make you feel welcome. Hanoi itself never seems to tire, as it goes about the business of keeping up with modernisation. There are a number of day and night activities here, with bars, restaurants and shops to entice you. One restaurant well worth the visit is the K.O.T.O restaurant, founded by Jimmy Pham, a Vietnamese-born Australian, who established this restaurant to empower the street kids of Hanoi. K.O.T.O is a non-profit organisation offering vocational training in hospitality and English to Hanoi's 19,000 young people who live on the streets. K.O.T.O stands for Know One, Teach One. Breaking the cycle of poverty, K.O.T.O empowers these people to support themselves while helping their community. The great work being done here would be enough to entice you to dine at the K.O.T.O restaurant, but the reality is the menu is impressive, the food and service is superb, and it's very affordable. If you intend visiting Hanoi, make the time to visit the K.O.T.O restaurant and keep an eye out for further expansion into other cities like Saigon. Vietnam is a fantastic holiday destination. Places like Hanoi have a lot to offer its visitors, and now is a great time to visit Vietnam.